Oh, today is a good day. Don't get me wrong, every day is a good day. But today in particular is a very good day, or at least a great way to start the day. Uh, so today I become officially debt free. I just paid my last student loan payment. And the reason why this is so important, at least for me, is when I left the US about 3 years ago for an indefinite amount of time, I was actually at about $50,000 worth of debt. 20 of which was credit cards, 30 of it was student loan debt. And when I left the US, I had no plan on not only how I was even going to make or have an income, but how I was going to pay this off. Now, a lot of it was because I was financially very asleep behind the wheel, essentially, or asleep behind the financial wheel. And and I felt the pain. I felt the pain. I remember one of my lowest points was actually when I was in Costa Rica and I was camping in the beaches, which sounds really good. But one of the reasons why I was doing this, not only because I wanted to, I mean, whether I was broke or not really didn't matter, but one of the motivating reasons as to why I was doing it was because I was broke. I mean, every month I was paying about $500 of credit card minimums. And luckily I wasn't, and of course you have the student loans on top of that. So anyways, in Costa Rica, I reached out to a friend who at the time was living in Vietnam teaching English. And he was just like, yeah, just come to Vietnam. And I actually had to borrow money. I had to borrow money for a one-way flight from Costa Rica to Vietnam. And I eventually paid this person back. It took me about 7 months to do so. And unfortunately, this person ended up passing away from COVID. But then, even when I was in Vietnam, though, I wasn't really making that much headway on the student loan debt and on the credit card debt. And it wasn't until I got stuck in Cambodia and that I really finally woke up to the financial mess I was in. And so it really hit hard as far as how much I was paying just in interest alone per month. I was spending hundreds of dollars of interest. And I became very angry. I became very angry with myself. Basically, how could it get so bad? How could I allow it to get so bad? And that's when everything changed. And so that's when that was around the time I was in Camp Pot. I was living in a hut. And I basically started building an online business. And this was one of the things that started to really take care of the debt. But the other thing too is the debt actually taught me a lot. It taught me how to budget. It taught me how to live way below my means. It taught me to become financially literate. I started reading the books, and I started watching all the YouTube channels, Dave Ramsey, the Money Guys, just a ton of different stuff. And the only word I could describe is consumed. And obsessed. I became obsessed with paying this debt off. That's all I could think about. I would wake up in the morning, first thing I would think about was the debt. Last thing I would think about at night was the debt. And it was this thing that I had to pay off. And so first was the credit cards. And so it took me a little bit, but I paid off the credit cards first. And then at the beginning of this year, I just had the student loan debt, which was still at about $30,000 or so. And I basically just went really hard at it. Really didn't do any other adventures, something like that. The goal was to just get out of debt so I would never be in a position again where I was in a country having to pay these ridiculous minimums ever again. I just never wanted to deal with that pain ever again. And so I just got real aggressive with it. And today I'm debt free. And so the biggest takeaway from this video, the thing that whoever's watching this is, if you are in debt, get out. Just get out. It's not just a number. It can destroy you financially and spiritually and in so many different ways. Just get out of it. And there's always a way. Here I am traveling full time, and I found a way. And and I did get some help. Don't get me wrong. I mean, at the very beginning, especially when I first got stuck in Cambodia, I had some people who were actually able to give me some money, and I am so grateful for them for doing that, because at the time I really needed it, because it was just enough for me to get my own financial situation at least starting to get taken care of. And second of all, just go get at it. And once you're out, that feeling is amazing. And so with that all being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, get out of debt, and have a great rest of your day.